How's everybody doing? God bless you all in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. And okay, so you guys, this is the last two sentences before the New Testament. Okay, that's very significant too. But um, I don't understand it all yet, but I think I have an idea of why that is. But that's not what I'm trying to show. Says, Behold, this is the book of Malachi, behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to the fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. So, what did Elijah stand for? He was a prophet of God, and he stood for truth, really, truth. And what is truth? The truth is the word. And it says, before I will send you Elijah before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Um, and then we go here, we see that Elijah Cummings passed away yesterday. Um, and so you guys, what I think, you guys, things happen in this world, they manifest physically. Things that are going on in the divine realm, they manifest here and happen physically, okay? This is one reason why Jesus uh, talked about these parables and these different stories, because what he was saying was, well, I'll do a separate video about that, but anyway, you guys, it doesn't say that Elijah will be here after the great and dreadful day of the Lord. It says, before the day of the Lord, I will send you Elijah the prophet, okay? And people think that because the two witnesses, it talks about them being able to do miracles from the sky, consume people with fire, or make the water turn to blood, that means that they have to have the spirit of Elijah, and that's not true, you guys. These two witnesses could have a totally different spirit than Elijah. It doesn't say anything about Elijah in the two witnesses. Now, with some of the things that they're able to do, that's why people associate it with Elijah, okay? But there's going to be things happening, you guys, that have never happened in the world before. So I don't think that's a wise assumption to make. But what I'm saying here is that I think what I'm seeing is that the spirit of Elijah has come and it's gone now with the death of Elijah Cummings. I think the spirit of Elijah came in somebody, you guys. The day of the Lord is almost here. The spirit of Elijah has already been here. People just haven't noticed it, and this wouldn't be the first time that this has happened. People just didn't know for sure who he was, or they didn't see him. They didn't see him for who he was. But he's already been here. And I think Elijah Cummings passing away is that spirit of Elijah going back up into heaven, because the day of the Lord is at hand, you know. So that's what I think about this. Um, so next thing, now that we were talking about how things in the spiritual world, they manifest physically. Now I want to show everybody something, okay? Moreover, the king made a great throne of ivory. The king made a great throne of ivory and overlaid it with pure gold. 2 Chronicles 9:17. Okay? He's talking about Solomon and Sheba. Okay? And we know that Solomon and Sheba are talked about in the New Testament too, the Queen of the South and Solomon. And it talks about a throne, okay? Throne being made of gold, ivory, all of these things, right? Now, you guys, Leviathan has been referred to as a crocodile. Can you catch a crocodile with a line or hook? This is Job 41. This is the Living Bible translation. Can you catch a crocodile with a hook or a line, or put a nose around his tongue, or tie him? This is in a different version it'll say Leviathan. This version says a crocodile, and it's because of the Hebrew symbols that they used to in the scrolls to talk about Leviathan. They refer to him as a dragon or a crocodile, or so here. And I've been talking about, that I've been doing these, me and his sister have been doing these prayers against Leviathan, right? And here, this elephant was found and it fell over. There's something that was happening to this elephant or whatever, and it fell over onto a crocodile right here, you guys. It squished this crocodile to death. Maybe this elephant was injured, and this crocodile was chasing after it, and finally this elephant just gave out and crushed this crocodile. And what is on this elephant? Towering ivory. This ivory towers over Leviathan. And so this is what I'm saying, you guys. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Things, and Jesus talked about this. All of the prophets understood this. Like all the people of old, our forefathers, they understood this, Like if you look outside, okay, if you plant a bunch of seeds outside and you see crows and ravens coming up and picking up the seed, and you're trying to plant a garden, that's a physical representation of you or somebody, I don't know in particular, but there's somebody who their seeds are being planted inside of them, and evil is coming and trying to remove those seeds, right? That's a physical representation that's going on with you or somebody else. I don't know the specifics of it. All I know is that's true. And so this towering ivory, that towers over at like a throne, right? Like a throne is set on a high place. That's why I said towering ivory. It squished the crocodile, right? So this is what I'm saying, you guys. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Your prayers, okay? Yesterday I've seen a prayer. I'm sorry. I've seen an article that a 15-year-old girl who was the victim of sex trafficking and sex slave, and she got reunited with her parents or something like that. I'm not sure the details, but she committed suicide. A beautiful 15-year-old girl, because of what was going on, what had happened to her, what was going on in her mind and everything. She committed suicide, you guys. The problem, you guys, it's really, and I'm going to do a video and show you guys what President Trump said yesterday. You guys, it's really nice what President Trump is trying to do to round up all the people that are attached to the pedophilia and all that. But, you guys, the war is against the system, you guys. I don't care what people say. If they want peace and they want to make the world this and that and the other, there is no peace until Christ reigns, you guys. Okay? And I am warring. I am going to be fasting, and I encourage you guys to do it too, and pray against Leviathan. And he is known as, if you look down here, oh, not this one. He is known as the king of all the children of pride. And I'm going to do a video what President Trump said to us yesterday, you guys. The war is against the system, you guys. This is a beast system. Okay, there's going to be no peace. There's going to be no things getting better. There's going to be nothing like that until Christ reigns, you guys. It's the system. The children are still going to be going to bed starving and hungry every night in Africa and all over the country. Children are still going to be getting kidnapped, raped, molested, murdered, sacrificed to their gods. These things are going to continue, you guys. It doesn't matter. Don't let them fake you with their fakery peace. The war is against the system, you guys. Until they want to dismantle the system, which they're not going to want to, you guys. They love their money. They love hanging out in their nice homes and stuff like that. So when you pray against Leviathan, like that's what I'm doing. I'm fasting and praying, warring against Leviathan. Because this is part of the system. Leviathan's the reason why this beast system is in place, you guys. That's the enemy. Read Revelation. It talks about the warring against the dragon and the system, you guys. The system, the things, all the stuff around us. But you guys, we're not, when we go into the millennial reign, the world's not going to be like this. Okay, it's going to be a lot different. It's nice that these politicians are saying nice things and they're saying things to tug on our heartstrings. But don't let them fool you, you guys. They're fooling a bunch of people. You know, if I went out and told my family or made a video on my Facebook about against President Trump and what's really going on here, they would stone me. They will stone me, you guys. Not literally, physically. They'll throw stones at my character. They'll make fun of me. They'll do all sorts of things because they're blind. They're in the world. And they call me being me, they call me a jerk or an ass. No, no. No, I'm not the jerk. I'm the one who's doing the nice thing. It's a jerk. It's people who are jerks who want to keep this system in control because the system is the one that's harming it's harming us environmentally, it's harming our animals, it's harming our children, the weakest among us, you guys. Also, we can also in the name so we can continue our life like it is. No, that's not how this is working, you guys. I'm sorry. Like, and we need to wake up and smell the concrete, you guys, and realize what the enemy is. So, Lena, check this out. Great throne of ivory. Ivory's throne is something set up like higher above everything else, right? And this was the elephant, which is the throne of ivory. It's sitting above Leviathan, and it crushed him. So you guys, your prayers are if you're praying, you guys, when I see articles like that about that 15-year-old, beautiful 15-year-old girl who committed suicide because of her falling victim to this beast system, that has moved me enough to come out publicly and ask you, brothers and sisters, if you will join me in this fight against the system and pray that Leviathan, the beast system, be overthrown. I'm asking you guys this, and I want to see who's going to respond. I want to see I want to see who's who. I'm looking for the Navy SEALs of the Lord. I'm looking for the people who are going to actually do the prayers, put in the effort. So anyway, I love you guys.